Melbourne, 2013. Inside Crown Casino's high roller room, a single player sits at the table. 8 hands later, more than 30 million Australian dollars have shifted his way. No alarms, no guns, no chaos, just the casino's own cameras turned against it. Every card revealed in real time, every move whispered into a hidden earpiece. To the staff, it looks like instinct. To the system, it's precision theft unfolding in plain sight. The play is fast, the win enormous, and the house stunned. By the time security closes in, the money is already gone, and the damage is irreversible. What should have been the casino's ultimate safeguard, the all-seeing eye in the sky, became the weapon that cut deepest. And it leaves one question echoing through the neon haze. How do you catch a thief who sees the game before you do? Welcome to the Heist, Mr. Polty Files. Let's begin. Crown wasn't just any casino. It was Australia's fortress of fortune. A tower built to lure high rollers with private salons, whispered service, and villas that cost more per night than most people earn in a month. This wasn't the public floor of roulette wheels and bus tour punters. This was the inner circle, where the air is quieter, the dealers sharper, and the money moves in silence. For whales, it's paradise. For the house, it's a risk worth taking, because one loyal VIP can drop millions in a weekend. The men at the center of this heist fit perfectly into that world. A family checked into a luxury suite, a personal host smoothing every detail, a seat at a velvet table in a sealed room. He didn't need to break in or bluff his way past guards. He belonged there, or at least he looked like he did. And in casinos, appearance is currency. The playground was built for him, but on that night it became the stage for something far bigger. A betrayal played out in real time. Every casino lives and dies by its cameras. High-definition eyes in the ceiling, zoom lenses tracking every card, every hand, every movement. They are the final line of defense. The reason casinos can claim the games are safe. But at Crown, those eyes blinked. Hackers slipped into the surveillance network, tapped the feed, and turned the house's greatest safeguard into their own cheat sheet. On the monitors, the dealer's cards were crystal clear. Seconds later, the whispers reached the player's ear. It was a perfect loop. Camera to accomplice, to earpiece to table. No tells, no hesitation. Just clean, confident play, as if instinct had become a machine. And the breach didn't smash through locked doors or vaults. It slid quietly through the very system meant to prevent it. And at that moment, the house wasn't watching the player was watching the house. It lasted only minutes. 8 hands of baccarat, played with the confidence of someone who already knew the outcome. Chips slid across the felt in perfect rhythm, each bet precise, each call uncanny. To the dealers and staff, it looked like instinct, a lucky streak in the high roller room. But the truth was in the timing. Every decision came a heartbeat after the surveillance feed revealed the cards. The game was live, but the answers had already been written. Millions shifted almost silently. No wild celebrations, no dramatic gestures, just quiet bets stacking into a storm. For the casino, it was over before it began. 8 hands and the damage climbed past 30 million Australian dollars. Not a marathon of cheating, but a lightning strike. One moment of exposure that left the house bleeding before it could even blink. Casinos don't panic over single wins. Whales can burn through fortunes or flip the tables in one night. It's part of the game. But patterns don't lie. Surveillance teams noticed the rhythm, the precision, the way every choice landed just beyond probability. Dealers whispered about hands that felt too perfect. Hosts logged behavior that seemed rehearsed. And the deeper the review went, the clearer it became. This wasn't luck. Security traced the timing, mapped the bets, and matched them against the feeds. The coincidence was too sharp, the edge too clean. What was supposed to be the casino's all-seeing eye had been turned inside out. The house wasn't catching the cheat, it was feeding him. And that realization set off alarms louder than anything on the casino floor. The win didn't last long. Hours after the 8 hands, Crown security moved. Guards arrived at the luxury villa in the middle of the night, knocking on the door with the kind of silence that means the game is already over. The high roller and his family were escorted out, not to another table, but straight to the curb. His name was blacklisted, his face banned from the casino for life. The celebration ended before sunrise. Inside, the fallout spread quickly. A trusted VIP host was dismissed on the spot, suspected of playing a role in the breach. Investigators circled the surveillance systems, regulators were notified, and police were looped in. The casino didn't shout about the scandal, it shut it down in whispers, fast and quiet, before the story could spill onto the gaming floor. For the player, the heist ended with the door closing behind him. For Crown, the nightmare was only beginning. By morning, the numbers were clear. In just 8 hands, more than 32 million Australian dollars had vanished from Crown's tables. It was the largest single hit in the casino's history, a sum big enough to echo across the industry. For perspective, most casinos dream of whales who can wager millions in a weekend. Crown had just watched a fortune walk out the door in minutes. But the real mystery was how much of it could be clawed back. Crown announced it expected to recover a significant portion, yet no final figure was ever made public. Some reports claimed the majority returned quietly, others whispered about money that slipped away for good. The exact count remains in shadow, leaving the heist balanced between fact and rumor, a story with a price tag no one has fully confirmed. Casinos build their reputation on one promise. The games are clean because the cameras never blink. High-definition eyes hang above every table, designed to protect the house and prove fairness. But at Crown, those eyes were the weak point. Investigators later confirmed that hackers slipped into the surveillance network, tapping into feeds that should have been sealed. Every shuffle, every flick of a card, every glance at the dealer's hand was broadcast in real time to someone who had no business watching. Experts described it as alarmingly simple. Without encryption, segmentation, and constant monitoring, casino video can be hijacked like any other unsecured feed. And once the loop was open, the cameras became an inside man, feeding the player information with a precision no cheat sheet could match. The system designed to guard the house had betrayed it, and the vulnerability was exposed for the world to see. For casinos, the lesson was brutal. The cameras are only as strong as the network behind them. If the feeds can be tapped, the eye in the sky becomes a weapon aimed at the house itself. After the breach, operators doubled down on defenses, encrypting video streams, segmenting surveillance systems, and monitoring for anomalies that might reveal a hidden watcher. What had been routine infrastructure suddenly looked like a vault door left ajar. Crown's loss forced the industry to remember. In gambling, as in security, the smallest blind spot can cost millions. 8 hands, that was all it took. A high roller, a breached camera system, and whispers in an earpiece turned the most secure room in Australia's biggest casino into the site of its greatest loss. No guns, no chaos, no alarms. Just precision, patience, and timing. The kind of heist that leaves more questions than answers, and a scar the casino won't forget. And that's the story of the Crown Melbourne heist. Proof that sometimes the house doesn't win, it gets played by its own system.
I'm Mr. Pulte, your neighborhood gambling tech warlock. If you made it this far, thanks, you're a legend.
Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with that friend who swears casinos can't be beaten. If tonight's story showed you how a casino can lose millions in minutes, the next one shows you how to build one that actually survives. No heists, no hacked cameras, just the blueprint of how casinos are born, licensed, and scaled in the real world. Check out How to Start a Casino from Scratch. It's the companion piece to this heist, because it's one thing to watch a house get played and another to learn how to build the house yourself. See you in Vegas.